welcome you to enjoy the presentation together with me. I'm Ben from RGBlink. We start now. Very important information before our presentation. You are welcome to send your name detail to Winutech, to the connection or the Winutech you have, and then Winutech will send you this certification after you join this presentation. So to make sure you had a good connection with RGBlink and Winutech after. Let's start our presentation. RGBlink is taking care for the video processing at any scale. RGBlink start from the July 24th, 2009. Until now, we are 10 years more, and we are very close to have 11 years. And thank you all the partners and customers support during these years. So we can start from a simple scale solution company to large scale solution companies. RGBlink is set up by myself, and we are dedicated in the video processing technology to providing the video solution for all kinds of connections. Okay, sorry, just now my colleague Ling remind me, if you had any questions during the presentation, you're welcome to put your questions by the online message. We have other colleagues here. They will pick up the question and then they will give to me. I will try to answer all the questions, but if the time is limited, I will answer the priority one. And after the presentation, we will send us a question and answer list to you by Winutech. During these 10 years, based on the support from our all worldwide customer and partners, we are connected to all kinds of video solutions more and more. RGBlink has the main office in Xiamen. Xiamen is the island, just a connection to the mainland of China by 4 bridges and 1 airport and some other ferries for sure. We had an office in China, including the Shenzhen office, Shanghai office, and Beijing office. And we opened a small team in Chengdu also. We had another office in all China, including the Eindhoven in the Netherlands, and office running in San Antonio to take care of the America. And also the office we run in the marketing and local support in Sydney, in Australia. This is the picture for the office in Shenzhen. As Shenzhen is well known for the industry connection, you are welcome to come to our office in Shenzhen to expanding your experience. The experience you can expand in yourself, not only just for the video display and video connection. That's also including the lighting and audio. We had a quite good setup for the experience center, and also quite good setup for the meeting area with the tea house, especially. RGBlink is taking care of the innovation leading in the industry because we doing the innovation leading based on the standard. we take care of the standard very seriously. All the standard we take care is including the HD-based, HDMI, HDCP, SDVOE. And we are the membership for the InfoComm, Plaza, IABM, or for the InfoComm now is Avisa. And if we are looking into the standard, we can looking into the standard by division Visa and SMPTE. Visa is the Pro AV standard mostly used for the commercial application, like PC-based standards. And SMPTE is the standard for the broadcasting. And this standard is more for the broadcasting and for the video standards. These two standards is supported RGBlink to keep the development and to keep the innovation better and better. Based on these two standards, RGBlink had already set up the development team, more than 60. These 60 development team staff, including about 55% of all the RGBlink staff. And this development team take care and contribution more and more leading technology in this industry. You can follow up with the RGBlink quite well based on the trade show. If you check the trade show for RGBlink, normally you can divide them into 4 kinds of the trade shows. First one is like ProLight and Sound, LDI. This is for the stage application trade show. The second one is for the digital signage. For example, for the ISLE for LED China. The third one is for the Pro AV application. The Pro AV application especially is for the Avisa, the InfoComm category. And the number 4 division is for the broadcasting. So you can follow up with the RGBlink broadcasting, including the NAB in the state, in the US, IBC from the Netherlands, some of the local broadcasting trade show, including COPA in Korea, broadcasting in India, and Interbi in Japan, for example. RGBlink connection to all the partners and customers, not only just for the trade show. Also, we expanding our connection based on the RGBlink office and also RGBlink distributor connections. In this picture is the we set up from the RGBlink Eindhoven office in Netherlands. We do open days friendly with the schedule, so we can connection to the Euro-based customer more often. We expanding our connection by RGBlink Academy, for example. RGBlink Academy is taking care for the product certification program for RGBlink. This kind of academy is working together with our distributor and with our partners. And for example, we will work with the Vinutech for RGBlink Academy in the Middle East after this virus situation will be over. RGBlink is a one-stop solution provider for any kind of display connections. For example, we take care of the connection to the display, including the broadcasting and television studios. For the Pro AV, for the components room and security controller. We take care of the connection for the retail market. We take care of the church production. We connection to the theater. We connection for the staging and rental productions. Hopefully this kind of information can give you some of the basic information about the overview of RGBlink solutions. And then we will go more into detail for the RGBlink product solutions. RGBlink has the quite wide range product solutions, including from universal processors. Normally we will call it is a video wall controller. Even video mixer for rental stage, and also for the broadcasting switcher. Presentation scaler to helping to do a better presentation switcher. RGBlink start from the scale business. So we had a quite wide range the scaler solutions from the 2K level to the 4K level. RGBlink start to extending their control solutions from the big size and from the very integration small scale controller also. For the mix signal matrix, we providing from the Flash series and extending to the Flash Pro series. We extending our business to the LED controller from 2010. Firstly, let's work together from the universal processor. This is the most important RGBlink product solution category. We call it S-series. In the S-series, we had these four main products from S2 to S14. This series of products is we are now in the Pro AV industry already because of its modular-based design, widely compatible with different kinds of input and outputs. It supports gen lock, so it can synchronization both input and both outputs. It built up with more functions, including the layers capacity and also the redundant power supply compatible to make sure the security safety. And we designed this series with the architecture to make sure the open protocol, the open API can always to meet the open platform requirement. This kind of the design structure is to make sure the application can match to the control room live production. For example, you can see on these areas. The S-series is come with the wide options for the both inputs and outputs, and also the options like dual power supply, Wi-Fi, and also the streaming preview. And if you check more detail, you can see the S-series already compatible for the 4K applications. I try to use the pen to mark it up. So it's S-series is 4K compatible already, and no need for the HDMI 2.0, but very important, we are the HDCP 2.S, the membership. We are the HD-based standard membership, and also the SDVOE membership, for example. Here you can see this kind of option for input and outputs and options. They can be used for both S3, S7, and S14. It means all these are modular. You will pick up It will use not only just for S3, it can be used for S7 and S14 also. We would like to special out the S2 because the S2 already used in the Middle East market for a long time. We do the Middle East project with S2 for quite a lot of project already. And in case the S2 is quite special products from the S series, I would like to mark it up. For the S2, it's a special products. If we compare with the S3 and S7 and S14, is because its canvas creative capacity is the limit. And its modular design is different to the other S series products. That means the module to be used in S2 only can be used in S2. You cannot use in S3, S7, and S14. And for all the function S2 can support, all the other S series products can support. So you can create the S2, for example, as a creative design. Some of the displays is on the horizontal as the original display design. And you can rotation the display also. This can be taken care by S2 also. You can match them up together, and you can run layers on this kind of display systems. Compare with the S2. What's the main difference for the S3, S7, and S14? The canvas support capacity. S3, S7, and S14 is at least double than S2. And the module for the S3 and S7 and S14 cannot be used in S2, but they can be cross-used in S3, S7, and S14, just like what it shows here, as example like S7. For the S series design, to support the dedicated and multiple video wall is the most important requirement. It does not design only to support a fully video wall only. It can support different video wall setup in one of the projects. So for example, this is 2x2 video wall. This is another 2x2 video wall. This is number 3, this is number 4. And you can set up authorization video wall with single display also. All this video wall can be supported by S7 at the same time. And you can use the S7 to management LAN, to presentation based on each of the video wall, or based on all the video wall. And with the rotation module equipped or is installed with the S3, S7, or S14, you can do the more creative design. This more creative design, if you compare with S2, you will find is now in the S2. S2 can do the 90-degree rotation only, but the rotation module for the S3, S7, and S14 can do any degree rotation. So it can make much better creative image for meeting your requirement. For the S3, S7, and S14, it supports also the video mixer function with part of the output for preview and part of the output for program. So when the preset is previewed safely here in the preview displays, then you can take it out to the program. So all kinds of presentation is very safe. RGBlink start the control panel business from the T1. It's quite large size controller. We also have the T2, the double size controller. And we expanding this kind of the design, but we become more smaller. Like we expanding the control panel solution, providing with the something smaller. And this something smaller, we call it the Tigo. It's a 8.4-inch central control panel. And same capacity to the T1 and T2. You can fully run in the Expose as an embedded operation software. And you can control all the RGBlink products, which are already supported by Expose 2.0. For the M series, the video mixer, RGBlink comes with the different kind of the size mixer, from M1 to M3. Different kind of the mixer supports different kind of the input and output capacity. M1 capacity is for 4 in and 2 out. M2 capacity is for the 9 in, 4 out. M3 capacity is for the 14 inputs and 6 outputs. All the outputs we're talking about is for the program out. The M series video mixer is keep features compared with the other mixer provider. We support the other mixer providers function list, but we add one more value for this series products is the output scaler. All these mixers, the output can do pixel-based scaler. That means with this mixer, you can support the modern LED display without any scale to put in between. You can save your costs and save your connections. This is a more detail for the M1. As what we are talking about, the M1 is coming with the modular base. So both of the input and output is the modular. This modular you can install together as all of them is the same for the input. And for the input, you can also mix all of them. For example, you can have one input as HDMI, one input for the USB, one input for the SDI, and another input for DVI, for example. You can simply switch in between all these inputs. And for the output, we come with 2 versions. One is for the commercial version with 2 HDMI output. Another is for the broadcasting version with the SDI outputs. M1 designs not only just for the video, it designs also for the audio. All the input or the audio can be embedded directly from the inputs. And also you can do the audio embedded from the external audio input interface. For the output, before the audio sent to the program output, you can do the preview audio from here with the ear headset. And this is the program audio output separate. And of course, you can do the embedded program audio output with the video. With the understanding of the M1, and it will be much easier to understand in the M2. From the M2 back panel, you can tell all the breadpaths is the input for the input modules. And all the blue one is for the output modules. From the input module, you can tell it supports up to 9 input modules. And same to the M1, this input module can be mixed with each other together. And for the output module, it can support up to 4 HDMI output together as a program output. And it supports the SDI module here for the output. So the M2 can support the SDI output also. And both M1 and M2, it comes with the option or the desktop wings. So can make this unit to be protection or to do much more in professional lookings. Here is more detail for the M2 application idea. The basic function for the M2 is for the seamless signal switching. So seamless signal switching at least is 2K level. That means one of the output for 2K, another program output for the 2K program. And it supports up to 4K by 1K preview and 4K by 1K program outputs. You can do more. Not only just one layer for the preview. You can put more layers on the preview and more layers for the programs. It supports the video wall function especially. For example, it supports the video wall function like 2x2, 4x1, also 1x4. So in case you have a video wall up to 2x2 or 8K by 1K, M2 is also can taking care of well. And even you want to put some OSD or subtitle over the video, M2 support this function also. Then we come to the M3. If you check into the M3 module more into detail, you can find M3 is the model to match M series and S series, especially M3, the module supported not only just the individual modules. It supports the module like S series modules also. It supports the module for S3, S7, and S14. After checking the M3 back panel, 3 optional modules can be supported from the S series. Each module support from the S series is 4 inputs. So in total here, you can support up to 12 inputs. And it built in with another 2 inputs here as background inputs. So that's together is 14 inputs. For the output, you can check with the blue one. These 2 output is for the program output. And this is the optional module here. So you can installation with the output module from the S series. That comes together with 6 outputs. Let's come together more into detail for the M3 function list. It supports more than resolution like M2. M2, as we say, it can support up to 8K by 1K. For the M3, it support up to 12K by 1K. If you use the 2K monitor, for example, it support up to 6 monitor on the horizontal. And of course, it can support 2 monitor for preview as M2 do, and 2 monitor for the output as M2 do. There is a 2 monitor for preview, but 2 monitor for program. But compare with M2, M2 support the layer only up to 2 layers for this kind of application. For the M3, it supports more layers, up to 5 layers for this. And you can put more text layer, logo layer for the M3, for example, for the OSD. The function of the OSD also supported by M3. If you have any question for the S series and M series or T series, you are welcome to put down online, and our colleague will select it, and we will do question and ask session from now on. If you had any question, please put as an online message, and my colleague will help me to put a question, and then I will answer here. Everybody can hear and can see me. For the Flash RS1, it can support a soft edge blending. Okay, sorry. There is a question talking about a soft edge blending with the native background. The answer is yes. For the S series, the rotation module, it can support the soft edge blendings. Another question, does this support a PIP feature? I'm not sure. This question is for which product? Okay, please leave the question online, and our colleague will reply the question. And if there is any question request to be the reply to all you, our colleague will talk to me. Let's keep going with the RGBlink product and solution, and then we will come to the media server production line. The media server solution from RGBlink is the UMS4. Currently, this media server solution is totally the hardware based. We providing the media server software from the third party. Let's check the media server design first. The RGBlink media server design is started from the safety considerance. And that's why the dual power supply is coming together with the UMS4. And media server is used for the content addition. So to make sure the content addition can be expandable, the external SSD disk slot is providing on the front panel. 4 SSD slot is available here. In order to make sure all the connection is safe, all kinds of the connected is the lockable. So it comes with all is the lockable connections. And in order to meet with the different media server capture solutions, the design is coming with the modular base. These 2 optional modular is capable to support the input module, including the 12G SDI, HDMI 2.0, NDI, for example. And for the USB 3.0 capture, you can connection directly from the front panel. To support the external control panel for the media server better, we build in the expose. The expose can be running in the UMS and providing the protocol or API for the extending control panels. This is the open and reliable hardware structure. It's compatible with the well-known media server software solution, including Datatone for watchout, Christie Pandora Box from Kulas, the Arcaus Media Master. The UMS4. So if we go, we check closely from the front panel and back panel. UMS4 design is not only just for the 4K applications. It's designed up to 16K because each OS output from the DisplayPort 1.2 is 4K by 2K capacity, and with 4 outputs, in total is 16K. The next series we would like to share is the D series. The D series is especially for the presentation switcher. The presentation switcher is a widely application in the presentation environment, including the stage and rental, and also the meeting room switcher. RGBlink providing 3 different products for the presentation switcher, from the 2K level to the 4K level. VSP62A is the 2K level presentation switcher. It comes from the well-known VSP series or RGBlink. For the customer who already adapted RGBlink for the solution with the RGBlink beginning, will remember the VSP61A, VSP62A, and then is a VSP62A Pro. So VSP62A Pro is the 3rd generation for the RGBlink presentation switcher. And after that, we developing the latest generation, including the D4 and D6. D4 is for the multiple 4K switcher with the HDR quality. And D6 is the 2U version for the multiple 4K application, but it supported the 2K output also. This series switcher is the top video processing application coming from RGBlink. It's well known in this industry because it's 12-bit processing capacity and is reliable for its image quality. Always the image quality is the top priority. All this D-series switcher is modular based also. From the 628 Pro, the modular is coming for input and output with the small modular. For the 628 Pro, this is the input optional module. And 628 Pro, this is the output optional modules. So you can find the input module here, and you can find the output optional module here. The D4 is the 4K level presentation switcher. It comes with top totally modular base. For the purple one is input, and for the blue one is the outputs. Both the input and output is the modular base. And you can find the input modular variable from the input modular optional list. We providing the 3G SDI optional module also for the inputs. And for the output module, we providing the DisplayPort optional output module. And the 2K output module will come in very soon. Compare with the 628 Pro, the D4 is 4K compatible, and especially is designed to compatible with the HDR quality. And D4 is the very limited model for the industry, which can provide in 12G SDI compatible. D4 is built-in with different function list. We call that is the different working mode. These different working mode, including the switcher mode. So the switcher mode means one of the output will working as a preview and another output will working as a program. For this kind of preview and program working mode, it can support with the layers. For example, you can do the preview with one 4K background, but 3 different layers on the top. And then you can switch into the program outputs. So with different presets, you can always load in into the preview and then switch into the program. Also, it supports with the splicing mode. The D4 supports splicing mode with 2 4K outputs. These 2 4K outputs can be shown on 2 4K display systems together. These 2 4K display systems can show with one fully 4K image, or it can show with 2 different 4K image with A and with B. And it supports the 4K matrix also. So it can use to be 4 4K inputs and 2 4K outputs. For the D6 is the extending the D4 function, not only just the 4 4K in and 2 4K out. It expanding the function with the 4 2K out together. This 4 2K out is the HDMI module. This HDMI module is coming with the 4 2K outputs. So with the D6, you can have the 4K output and 2K output at the same time. And let's find it out how this kind of setup can be working to help you to do the presentation better. Same to the D4, you can do the presentation with a 4K preview and 4K program. You can do more layers with the D6. More layers on the preview and more layers on the program. D4 supports 4 layers on the preview, but D6 supports 8 layers on the preview. And this kind of presentation can be supported both by T-Series and both by expos on the PC. For this application, this is the 4K output with the 4K background and other layers on the top. This is the 2K outputs. These 2K outputs, we call it is the 2K authorization outputs. These 2K authorization outputs is coming from the HDMI 2K module. All these 2K outputs can support pixel-based scaler. So that means it can be connected with a different resolution LED display, for example, without any LED scaler to put between the D6 and display systems. And of course, you can use these 4 2K output together to support the 2K display system, for example, 2x2, 4x1, 1x4. RGBlink start the business for the video processing with the scale force. And this kind of scale already in the market with quite a lot of different generation. And we put all these generation products together and call it one series. One series scaler is the basic video scaler for RGBlink in the market. S1 is the 2K scaler. Is still popular for the 2K applications. Not only just for the LED market, also for the education as a scan converter. S1 Pro E is 4K 30 application. Not only popular for the LED market, also for the retail market as a 4K 30 solution for video wall function, 2x2, 4x1, or 1x4. And Flash 4 ML is the new products introduced into the market from the April 1st. Extending the one series scalar processing capacity from 2K 4K 30 up to 4K 60 and come with more output capacities. From this picture, you can see its output capacity. Not only just 4, it comes up to 8. We can see this capacity more in the coming presentation document. For S1, as a 2K basic scaler, it comes with the design with the optional modules and made this very different to the other competitors. It supports up to 3 optional modules. These 3 optional modules is compatible with the M series, and these optional modules can be mixed together and can be totally the same. The input module including the HDMI, DVI, VGA, composite, and also the SDI, and the USB also. And for this slot design is dedicated for the LED market. All the common universal LED control sending card can be installed into the S1. It's widely compatible. For the S1 features, it supports not only the seamless switching between the inputs, it supports not only the pixel-based scaler for the outputs, it supports also up to the picture-in-picture and also picture-by-picture. S1 Pro E is designed based on the S1, but its input capacity support up to the 4K 30. For its universal input module, it's totally the same to the S1, as we say just now, including the DVI, VGA, USB, HDMI, SDI, and composite. And for its outputs, because the input supports the 4K 30, its output supports up to 4 different 2K outputs. And according to make sure the safety requirement, it support another 4 2K output as a redundant. This is the application example for the S1 Pro E, including the 4x1 video wall, 2x2 video wall, 2x1 video wall for preview, another 2x1 video wall for program. And you can support 4 totally 2 different video wall outputs. Each of the output come with the different resolutions. And of course, you can support picture in picture, and more picture in picture with one background, 3 layers on the top. Press 4, extending from the S1 Pro E to make sure its input capacity support up to 4K 60. Its input capacity support 4K 60, including HDMI 2.0, display port 1.2, and is down compatible both for these 2 inputs, and also is down compatible with HDMI 1.4, and also dual-link DVI. That means 4 4K 30 inputs can be input together. And it can support 2 4K 60 input at the same time. And of course, you can input with 4 2K inputs as S1 Pro E already support. For the input optional modules, this input optional module is the same to the S1 and S1 Pro E. It's totally compatible. And expanding this kind of input compatible, including to HD-based. This HD-based module compatible is only for the Flash 4 ML. It's not supported by the S1 and S1 Pro E. This is for the inputs. And for the outputs, if you check the blue one, the output module comes with the 8 outputs. It's now the same to the S1 Pro E. The output is only 4. Press 4 ML, expanding the outputs up to 8 different outputs. These 8 different outputs is also modular based. And we recommend to use the DVI or HDMI module for the digital signage market, especially the LED display market only. Let's find the Flash 4 ML function list more into the detail as an example. Same as the S1 Pro E. It can support up to 4 2K digital monitor or 4 2K digital display as a signage. And then you can put on each of them 1 layers, for example. You can support 2x2 digital signage, for example. You can support 4K by 1K, use only 2 of the outputs. And you can support 2 outputs as a preview, another 2 outputs as program. And you can use 1 of the output and more layers on the top. If you check more into detail, you will find the Flash 4 ML. If you use only 1 output, how many layers can be supported by 1 output? 8 layers. This is a double capacity than the S1 Pro E. More detail, you can try with the expose. The expose can simulate the flash 4ml function. You can run in the demo mode with the Subito Quark. Quark is the model name for the Subito control system sending module. It's a single module, and this module can be cascaded. For example, in this picture, this is a 4 module to put together. And then this module, after you put together, you can install into the Flash Pro A, for example. One of the Flash Pro A supported up to 8 different Quark modules. We providing the Subito Quark module can be installed separate. And the most economy entrance version for the Subito controller is Subito S4. If you check the Subito S4, you will see here has a Quadro module installed. And it supported another 2 optional input modules. These 2 optional input modules is the dedicated design for the HDMI input or the USB input. The USB input is designed for the media player. So you can play out the media files, including the video and the pictures with the schedule function. For the HDMI, is designed to connection the extending HDMI source in case you want to use for the backup. For the standard design, it already support the HDMI input on the front panel. You can connection to the HDMI source from the front panel, very flexible. You may have a curious question. With this small controller, how can I do the schedule playout for the media files? And this is very important. You can find the Subito S4. The design is with the Ethernet control phase. This Ethernet control phase can be connected to the cloud-based router. And from the cloud-based router, you can connect it and control the schedule function for the media files. And of course, you can do the schedule to play out to the video source from the HDMI input also. And with the open API, the protocol function, you can do this cloud-based controlling to read the information from the LED display, including temperature, including the brightness auto adjustment, including the pixel die or pixel disconnections. For the OEM all-in-one solutions, it comes with the GS4, which we already talking about just now. So the Subito Quadro is one of the optional modules. For the others, this is all the inputs for the purple one, including the audio. For the blue one is the outputs, including the 2 standard DVR output. So you can connection to the standard DVI or HDMI monitors. In case you want to use the GS4 together with the LCD monitor or in the LED digital signage together. What's the advantage for the Subito systems? We mentioned this about just now. The Subito has 2 very important advantages compared with other competitors. First one, is designed with the open API. It's totally open platform to third-party integration. Once you request any information from the video system, including the LED display, for example, you are required for the error report. You are required for the pixel disconnections. You are required to do the online pixel display connections. This all can be done with your control panel and integrated the Subito open protocol. And Subito control system is coming with the design as a module. And this module can be put into the other RGBlink solution as an optional module. You do not need to have a separate equipment and then management with more connections. For example, you can include in 4 Subito Quattro module for the Flash Pro A on the Flash Pro A output. And for another Flash Pro A output, you can still use the HDMI output, SDI output, HD-based output. So this application will support a Flash Pro A to work with the different display system together with only one unit. RGBlink support this Subito design with its own software platform by Expose. This Expose platform connected all kinds of video processing equipment, including switcher, scaler, video wall controller, and Subito system into one software. For the operator, they can use Expose to manage all these kind of the display systems. Do not need to run the third-party display system or the second software. It will make the integration into the project much, much easier. With the Expose, it was also with the screen snapshot, remote cloud monitoring, dynamical pin assignment for the pixel-based LED displays. And you can do the whole backup for the display system much, much easier. For example, these 4 CAP file outputs from the Quattro or the Subito. You can use any one of them for main outputs as a program outputs. And this is the main output. Number 1 is for the main output. And number 2, use as a backup. And another 2 output also can use for as a backup in case it needs. And consider about the Quattro module is the totally modular base. This kind of the backup you can do much, much relax and do much, much flexible. If you compare the standard module or standard controller in the individual one. If you had any question about the Subito control system, please put online, and our colleague will put together, and we'll try to answer you online. Then we come to the Flash series. The Flash series is designed to be flexible, and that's the series name, come with the Flash. Firstly, is to support it as a matrix function, and it support the mixed signal matrix. Mixed signal doesn't mean only for the inputs, also for the outputs. And flexible, not only just for the signal, also flexible for the design. And flexible for the design comes with the Flash RS1 and come with the Flash Pro A. Let's discover the Flash RS1 first. Flash RS1 is the design to match the creative requirement, including normal video wall function, but also the creative display with any degree rotation. Creative design with small and rotation together. And it supports the design as an individual 2K display systems. It supports creative rotation design like this. And it supports the function we already mentioned about. It's a rotation module, the blue one. This rotation module can be integration into the S series, S3, S7, and S14. This module is capable to support not only any degree rotation for creative design, also can do the edge blending. For the Flex Pro A, this part is for the inputs. Each of the input module is coming with the optional input slot. Each input module is up to 4 input slots. These 4 input slots can be totally different and can be totally the same. For the outputs, is coming with the 2 output modules, and each output module supported 4 different slots also. These 4 different slots also supported mixed signal, including HDMI, subito quazo, SDI, DVI, HD-Base-T, DisplayPort, for example. And Flex Pro A is already built in with the streaming. That means you can do the streaming output from this streaming module. You can go to the YouTube, you can go to the other online streaming platform. And it's a Genlock for all the input and outputs. Remote control is supported by its RS-232 and Ethernet. Flex Pro A is designed for the creative design for flexible. If you use all the A output together, you can support up to 8K by 2K or 16K by 1K. With the creative module, you can do the rotation design. And it's HDR qualities. For the basic Flex models, including Flex A, Flex 16, and Flex 32, is coming with the mixed signal for the inputs and mixed signal for the outputs. So can make sure any signal input can go to any signal outputs. And it's come with this flexible design, not just for the input and outputs. It's also with the video wall function. The video wall function supported on the output module also. RGBlink providing the RMS series, the monitoring solutions. All the monitoring solution from RGBlink is providing for the wide range standard capacity. This standard capacity is is compatible with VISA and SMPTE. And to meet with the VISA better, the RMS series support the customized input resolution also. For RMS A424, The SDI input is compatible from standard SDI, HD SDI, up to 3G SDI. The safety area is supported by IMS also. We providing the single module 8.4-inch display. This 8.4-inch display can be on the desktop, which is the desktop accessory, and can be rack, which is the rack design. With this single module display, you can use to do the demo for this kind of creative design much easily if you compare with the normal consumer monitors. If you are familiar with the RGBlink from the trade show, you can see RGBlink do quite a lot of this kind of design during the trade show stands. It helps you to build up your presentation idea much better. Say your rules and connect it to the idea much easier. RGBlink providing the monitor solution up to 4.5-inch with a quarter monitor in the rack, and also 15 4K monitor on the desktop or on the rack. Any question about the Flash series and also the RMS series, please put into online to our colleagues. And then we will come to the RGBlink software solutions. The main RGBlink software solution is Expose. The Expose solution is available for the desktop, also available for the mobile. And for the desktop Expose, also is available for the embedded, to be embedded on the T series like T-Go, T1, and T2. RGBlink providing the software solution, also the S-Tools. The S-Tools is especially to support all the RGBlink products to do the firmware upgrade management. And we providing the asset for all the MSP series products. All this software is free download online from RGBlink website. Expose is available for the desktop and available for the mobile, and also available for the embedded platform. For the desktop version, it is compatible with the Windows and Macintosh. For the embedded, it is compatible with the Linux and Ubuntu. For the mobile, it is compatible with the iPhone app and also the Android Google Play Store. Just now, we share with the RGBlink solution with the solution including the universal series, presentation D series, flexible matrix and video wall series, the software platforms. And if you go to the RGBlink more into detail, you will find RGBlink providing the signal management solution, including the extenders, engineering test and measurement tools, signal converters, distributors, the cable adapters, different kinds of the professional cables, the rack mount solutions, and also the fly case protection solutions. We will go quickly from the extenders. In the RGBlink extender series, you can find 209, which is the Ethernet to fiber extenders, and is divided into two models, multiple mode fiber and single mode fiber. For who work with the LED display business, MSP209 is a very good solution for you. You can extend it from your Ethernet cable to much long distance with the fiber. And most important, the 209 you can put into the right solution from RGBlink Rack Garage. For the SDI to fiber solution, MSP217 is a bi-direction solution, including SDI to fiber and including fiber to SDI. For the multiple mode fiber or single mode fiber is based on the SOP modules. For the HD-T 2.0 for the 4K 30 application, HD-T 1.0 for the 4K 30 solutions is a MSP315 plus 4. And we providing HD-T 2.0 version, MSP415 is for the 4K by 2K, but there is a little compressed. We were providing no compressed version, HD-T 3.0 in the third quarter of 2020. For the HDMI to fiber extension, there is two solutions. One solution is the 3.8 plus 4, which is a compressed version. Even is compatible with the HDMI 2.0, but its color space is only YUV420 only. For 318 version is an uncompressed version, is color space 444 inside. We taking care the display connection business quite well, but we taking care also how to make this kind of engineering caring in case it need. That's why RGBlink providing quite a lot of test equipment and measurement equipment together. MSP200 Pro is a 2K version, signal monitor, signal generator, EDID management, and also the cable distance checking together in one equipment. And this all-in-one equipment is well known for its capacity and reliability, and some engineer very happy to call it as a Swiss knife. Very functional. The 221 is especially for the HDMI 1.3 management and HDCP management also. It's only for the 2K version. And if you want to go to the 4K version, MSP321 is the 4K version for this kind of application. We providing the engineering tools in case you need a streaming function from encoder to the decoder. MSP225 is the 2K encoder, and 325 is a 4K encoder. 226 is the 2K decoder, and 326 is the 4K encoder. For the HDCP 2K management, 221 is the option. When if you want to have a simple 4K HDCP 2.S function, MSP344 is the tools. RGBlink providing quite a wide range converters, including DisplayPort to SDI, HDMI to SDI, VGA to SDI, composite to SDI. And I would like to ask you to attention, the DisplayPort to SDI, there is a very limited supplier, and RGBlink is the one of them in this industry. And if you check the VGA to SDI converter supplier, RGBlink is also very limited supplier and one of them. We providing a simple converter for the SDI to HDMI based on the budget requirement with a different version, and including we providing the bi-direction converter. For example, for MSP 305, it providing the conversion for SDI to HDMI and also HDMI to SDI. I would like to ask you to pay attention to the MSP 312. Why you need the MSP 312? In your applications, quite a lot, you would like to have the HDMI 2.0 monitor, right? But if you check the HDMI 2.0 monitor price to the DisplayPort 1.2 monitor only, you will find very big price difference. Because for the manufacturer of the HDMI monitor, they need to pay the cost for the HDMI certification and HDCP membership costs. But if they providing with the DisplayPort 1.2, do not need to pay this kind of cost. If you have some budget project, DisplayPort 1.2 monitor only, and don't worry, even in the front, there is a HDMI scaler, video wall controller, presentation switcher. You can use the MSP 312 to take care of that. RGBlink is almost the only one in the world to do this job for you. For cross conversion, MSP 227 is a good answer. It comes with the physically DVI input and physically DVI outputs. But this physically DVI input and physically DVI output are both DVI plus I connectors. That means it's compatible, both input and output is for the composite component, VGA, HDMI, and DVI. For the signal distributors, RGBlink comes with a different solution for you. From 1 in, 2 out to 10 in, 10 out. You can check this table and find what you need. I'm here would like to mention about the DSP DP0102. This is the very DMI model in the world, can take care to distribution DP input to 2 DP outputs, and available to demit the audio from the input of the display port as a separate audio outputs. And very important, this model support up to 4K, 2K resolution, HDR quality, and even it can work with RGBlink D4 presentation switcher to support 8K by 1K application. Customize resolution outputs. Then we come to more relaxed topic, cable and adapters. In the market, very easy, you can find this kind of adapters. But the most difficult for you to find the certification adapter is because of the HDR certification. RGBlink providing this kind of certification for you, make sure it's HDR quality. This kind of adapter, including display port 1.4 to HDMI outputs, display port 1.2 to HDMI 2.0 outputs. And we providing display port 1.4 inputs to dual link DVI outputs to make sure the dual link DVI output can go to 8K by 2K 30 refresh rate. We providing some of the adapter so you can put into two cables. For example, this HDMI 2.0 adapter is almost the same size to the HDMI cable. But there is a lot of application for HDMI 2.0 signal to go in from 7 meters to another 7 meters with this kind of adapter to help you to do that. I'm very happy to share this kind of cable solution. We call it is a premium cable solutions. Why is premium? Lock for HDMI. Without lock, the HDMI is very easy to destroy, especially if the HDMI cable goes to long distance. With the long distance HDMI cable, the HDMI connector will feel in heavy for this kind of long distance and makes the connection to the equipment become weak, and the safety problem will happen. The second premium is coming from this labeling. Quite a lot of project is engineering project, and also request the engineer and also the on-site management to do this kind of management. There is a lot of cable connections. How can you remember which cable, which signal? With this label, very easily to help you to remember these signal connections. The third one is the protection cap. This kind of protection cap to help you to protection the interface and help you to put the cables to put aside. Then the next time it can be used safety. Also, if you use this cable on site, with this protection cap can help you to destroy the cable with the dust, with the something fit on the cable connectors. For the fiber solutions, this is the 2-course fiber cables. RGBlink supported to put maximum 24 fiber cables in one big fiber core. Big fiber jacket. Okay, let's use the fiber jacket idea. With the one fiber jacket is the measurement 24 cables. And with the special fiber jacket design, this fiber cable is still flexible. It can be used on a fiber reel or fiber drum easily. We providing the fiber cable with the fiber protection cap also. And different fiber, it comes with the different fiber drums. We mentioned about the converter is or diffuser. RGBlink provide a solution to help you to put this kind of small converters or units into the rack. This is the MSP garage. One of the MSP garage can put up to 10 MSP together into this garage. just example like here. And you can power on all these MSP converter together with one external power cables. This kind of accessory is coming together. So you can charge, you can power on the converter by itself. That's all for this presentation. You are welcome to connection to RGBlink with all these social accounts.